Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome to another edition of Speak Up or Shut Up. I'm your host, Devin. Sears is going to be keeping you company for a little bit, and there's so much of things we need to talk about as always. After all, it's Speak Up or Shut Up. So bear me out a little bit. March 18 is just around the corner, local government elections, and it's no secret to you, or maybe if you don't know, I am going to be running for councillorship come March 18. Along with Pastor Leroy James, and we're representing constituency number 3, Central Mckenzie. So ensure when you head out there on March 18, you vote for Partnership for National Unity Alliance for Change, and of course you vote for Pastor Leroy James as the constituency representative. Alright, so there's a lot of things that we need to talk about. Let's deal with the entire Central Mckenzie issue. Now, I'm from Central Mckenzie, Dagwood Avenue. I remember in the afternoons going out and playing a little ball, even though I couldn't play in buying Tom ball from his Enid. I know so many families in that area. We have the Lafarge, the Joseph, the Taylors, and even all the way in Constabulary Compound, the Bentics. You know, there's so many great memories. I went to church in Central Mckenzie, and you know, to see what it has become over the years, it hurts my heart. It really, really hurts my heart, and we have to do something about it. But we have to do it cohesively. Now let's look at the sanitation issue here real quick. Now when you talk with some of the residents, one of the things that they're saying is that, Devin, we have a problem with the regularity in terms of picking up our garbage. I can't even tell the last day my garbage was picked up. We'll have to definitely look into that. Now we are more than aware of that the Linda Mayor and Town Council needs help. There's not enough equipment, especially to be dispersed across the entire town to ensure that garbage is picked up. But we'll have to put measures in place, whether it be we have to purchase 2 or 3 more garbage trucks to ease that garbage buildup. We will have to do so, of course, with the government's help and of course your intervention, your help and guidance as well. Alright, this is not just a me thing or you thing or whatever. It's a collective thing. We're one and we have to work towards that. Now, I know some persons might be saying, we don't even have garbage bins. Whose responsibility is it to get those garbage bins? I'm telling you, if you are dwelling in an area, your personal space, your yard space, you're responsible for your garbage disposal, but of course with the assistance of the Linda Mayor Town Council. But we cannot run away from the fact that yes, it's true that many of the homes don't have garbage bins, and we can work towards that, whether it be a public-private partnership whereby we seek donations from Bauxite Minerals, a bauxite company, or Solar, Rubis, because they have drums that might be available, and we'll have to tailor them to ensure that we have handles and maybe footing and covers and so forth, and see if we can distribute it to almost every household there in Central Mckenzie. And this project over time can expand into various constituencies that can work to ensure that every home have garbage bins that to dispose of their garbage in a proper way. In later time, we're hoping that, but I'm not going to tell you everything right now. We're hoping that we can color code those garbage bins so we can recycle. We'll go down in the line of recycling our garbage, whether it be plastic garbage, plastic, glass, and so forth. But that is a little bit far-fetched for now. But we're dealing with the immediate issue when it comes to garbage disposal. It is our hope that at least once a week, maybe even twice a week or thrice a week, we can have those garbage picked up from your homes and disposed properly. When you look at Central Mckenzie, one of the eyesores that we have is that huge mess of a garbage dump we have in the Central Market Square in front of the municipal market there. You have just a few feet away, you have Hoppy, you have Nutman, and of course in the evening or the afternoon you have Plantain and Cheese Man operating right there. The shoemakers are to the back. It's been a public outcry for years, and we need to find a solution for that problem. We need to find it, and we need to find it together. Now you have dogs with different germs and diseases or whatever. You have cows dwelling in that area. It's atrocious, and it sends a bad message for the persons coming into our community. Oh, this is how the people just live. We need to do better than that. Even when you talk about the public washroom to the back of the Mackenzie market there, it's in a terrible state. You have broken toilet seats, no tissue. It's stench. The stench from it is really, really atrocious. And when you talk about the urinals for men, my goodness, I'm telling you, for years I've never used that public restroom because of that stench. Right to the back of that market, the urine, the fumes from the urine. And listen, we got to take responsibility for ourselves too, right? As men, because I want to believe is majority is men, are men who are using that area to excrete waste by urine. We need to do better than that. We're humans, man. We need to do better than that. But most importantly, that public washroom, as it is the condition that it's in, it's made for animals. And we're not animals. We are human beings, respectable human beings, dignified human beings, and we should not be privy to anything of that sort. When you look at Central Mackenzie too, one of the highlights that we have is what we call Celebrity Avenue. It got a kind of ring to it, celebrity, upper class. You're talking about bourgeois sort of people. In that space there, you have persons who are going to go get their hair done, men are going to go get their line up, the lashes done. You want to look good. I guess that's why they call it Celebrity Avenue. You have the tailors there, you have a mechanic there, you have a food stall there. But over the years, we have failed to have a paved walkway. We'll have to ensure that area is paved and make sure that it looks as if it's a Celebrity Avenue indeed. Patrons are constantly complaining about the washroom situation. Did you know in that entire area there, if you want to use the washroom, you have 3 options. I'm going to tell you them. The Chinese shop, you can go to churches and use their washroom, or you can make your way all the way to the back of that market to use that filthy restroom. We need to ensure that those persons within that area are treated well, and we'll have to look and explore avenues of ensuring that the restroom is placed in that vicinity. Another primary concern that persons have is the drainage situation. We know Central Mackenzie, especially on Republic Avenue and neighboring areas, flooding has always been an issue. Whenever we have heavy rainpour, downpour, there's always a backup and certain parts are flooded. This has to do with an engineering problem and also piping problem too. We'll have to ensure that that is properly addressed so that flooding will not happen in that area. But this thing with drainage is not only the responsibility of the Linden Mayor and Town Council. The responsibility lies in your hands too. The littering situation that we have, we need to respect our environment. Fair enough, we might not have a garbage bin at every corner, but you can keep your garbage and dispose of it properly instead some person throw it in the drain. But with all those cardboard boxes and plastic, it clogs the drainage and it affects us. Whenever it floods, you hear that it's the Linden Mayor and Town Council doing a poor job in cleaning the drains. It starts with you and I. I'm saying you and I because I've developed an attitude like this. If I have garbage, I keep it until I find a garbage bin. And we need to respect our environment because everything has a side effect. So if you're going to throw garbage in there, it's going to clog our drainways. And if that is clogged, well then you breed mosquitoes, and that is another issue that we'll have to deal with. So ensure you dispose of your garbage properly. But we're aware that Central Mackenzie have some problems. Another issue that we have is those same covered drains that we have there. We'll have to ensure that we look and explore better means of ensuring that those drains are cleaned. We know that we have to look at the culverts. Even along Sir David Rose Avenue there, where you have that huge coker, that needs to be properly maintained on a regular basis. Even the one to the back of the library or to the side of the library next to the municipality, we have to ensure that that is kept clean at all times. The roads have been a public cry for years, and finally last year into this year we will see some improvement along Dagwood Avenue, Dakoma Circle, Damon Avenue, and some other areas, some other key areas. The work in that regard will continue over a period of time. Alright, now some other areas when you look at is the central market area. Like I said, is a central hub. Now because every vendor is responsible for their own space, I might have some money where I can invest and ensure that my place is well tiled. Now in order for me to ensure that the aesthetics of it looks really good, I would put tiles and raise the surface. But what happened to the neighbor next door who might not be so fortunate? So when you're walking through the market, there's no stable walking. yours is up and down, up and down. We'll have to ensure that certain standards and measures are put in place to ensure that the aesthetics of the market is well maintained. But I believe the ultimate goal in the future, we should explore the possibilities of having a modernized market, whether it be 2 stories, and maybe we can even go as far as ensure that it's well ventilated and everything. So when you go in there, you feel as if you were in a mega mall, a mega market. And we can achieve that through proper guidance, consultation, and of course investment. Where would the investment come? If it comes from the government, that'd be good, but I'm pretty sure IDB and other donors would not find it that of a big issue of investing in such a huge project, because we have always been in the past a people of standards. I'm not really sure when that was lost, but all I do know is that we need to correct it. When we talk about welfare, we need to ensure that our young people and our senior citizens are well taken care of. Even though it's not within our jurisdiction or constituency, our heart pours out to the dark folks home, and we'll have to ensure that proper programs are put in place, the facility is well maintained. When you look at the Mackenzie swimming pool, which falls under the responsibility of the Linden Mayor and Town Council, there's much more to be desired of that swimming pool. A couple of years back, the company invested millions of dollars in resuscitating that swimming pool. It's sad to say that to this day, the pool has been maintained in a very, very, very poor way. Our young people need places to go, they need to swim. We might be looking at an Olympic athlete, but just because we don't have the facility, in fact the facility is there, but it just needs to be maintained so that our young people can go there, have fun, come on the streets. We'll have to work closely with the management of the Mackenzie Sports Club ground. Again, even though it's run by a board, we believe that the Linden Mayor and Town Council can give some assistance and guidance when it comes to that, and maybe even make some interventions to ensure that the quality of the facility is maintained. And in whatever way we can assist, we will have to, because our young people are the future. Similarly with the older folks. We see several areas that needs development too. Even our neighbor constabulary compound, the hardcore there, where we would find young men and young women playing basketball on a daily basis. We know that there's work that needs to be done there. Central Mackenzie is extremely a beautiful place. When you look at infrastructural work, right, infrastructural and restaurant standards, maintenance, we'll have to enforce those. Building codes will have to be enforced. You have people who are given permission to build a small thing. Next you know, they're putting up a huge structure. There will be fines in place for that. Restaurant and food standards, our health is our main concern. If we lose our health, we can lose our life. And when you have restaurants allowing rodents, have rodents infestation, we need to do something about that. When you have glass cases filled with bread and pastries and cockroaches flying around in there, we have to look into that and ensure that standards are well maintained within this beautiful town of ours. And in closing, I must say, when it comes to inspections, we'll have to do more when it comes to that. And finally, we have to look at the municipality pound, whereby we can impound animals, stray animals, and this provides a great job opportunity for persons too. How the pound works is quite simple. You find a stray animal, you bring that stray animal in. You bring that stray animal in, you get a fee, or you get a stipend, or a little bit of money, whether it be $1,000 for a horse or $1,000 for a cow. I'm just saying. And after that animal would have been impounded, the owner of that animal comes and pays a fine to collect back their animal. And then you see what is happening there. You're creating employment. But the animals, the stray animals on the street have caused huge traffic interruptions, and we need to do something about that. In closing, we need to look at the aesthetics and beautification of our community, and this here spills up to the entire town as well. But Central Mackenzie, we need to look at the possibilities of having signage board, digital signage board, specifically at the Central Market area, maybe 5 Corner, and even all the way there at 4 Corner, and the busy areas. And this here can maintain itself through advertising, whether it be from digital, GT&T, and major corporate companies, and even private promoters within our town. And this would give a little breathe, a little life into things. We want to encourage business people along Republic Avenue area to brighten up their businesses. You have some of those buildings who have not been repainted for years, 20 years. Let's put a little bit of color in our life. and of course debushing. We need to ensure that we plant trees, create community parks, several things we can do, but the only way that we can do it is do it together. Alright? But we want to encourage you. There's more to come. There's more plans in the making. On March 18, when you head to the polls, ensure you vote for a Partnership for National Unity Alliance for Change. And of course, the constituency representative, Mr. Leroy James. Ensure you put an X at both places. Thank you so much for your love, your support. Ensure you head across to Facebook, run a search for Speak Up or Shut Up. Or you can add that number right there to the bottom of the screen. That's 592-643-5119 for international, locally 643-5119. Add me to WhatsApp, we can have a conversation. Tell me what you think about the program and areas that we can improve and so forth. Let's make this happen, Linda. We can do this. A new beginning is before us, and we're gonna make it work. We're gonna come out of what we're in right now, and we're gonna be very, very, very proud of our town in a couple of years, in a couple of months, in a couple of days. I gotta go. Do take care. Hit me up on WhatsApp. The number is right there, right to the bottom there, 592-643-5119 international and 643-5119 if you're in Guyana. Do take care and bye bye for now.